Okay. Can you hear me through the IG live too?
Yes.
Perfect.
So, welcome, guys. We are here in another Latino World Travelers virtual travel party. Today, we're covering Peru with Ivonne, Latina Chic Travels.
Yes.
And we cannot wait for this. I am excited to learn about Peru. It has been one of the trips that I've been dying to be part of. So, here we welcome Ivonne. Thank you for being
Hi.
here.
No, thank you for having me. My name is Ivonne Morales. I am Latina Chic Travels. I am a full-time travel blogger, influencer, and I part-time here in New York as a social media coordinator. And I also walk dogs, but my passion is traveling.
And tell us a little bit more about the picture that you gave us. Where did you take it? And when did
So
you go to Peru?
I went, I think it's gonna be, yeah, it's in May. It's gonna be 1 year that I did go. That picture was exactly in Cusco, Barrio San Blas is called. It's like where the area that it's like where you see those like cute houses. Kind of looks like Greece. It gives you like that Greece vibe. Um, Cute restaurants. It's very gentrified in that area.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the lady sitting down. I think it was a church that was behind us, and I wanted a picture, so I sat with them. But before we took the picture, they started to talk to me because they liked the dress that I was wearing, and they even asked me because they knew that I was Hispanic, and
Mm-hmm.
they asked me if it was. They asked me where I was from. I said Mexico, and then they asked me if what I was wearing was something that was custom in Mexico. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no, it's something that I got in the States. And that moment that we were talking and laughing, my husband had taken that shot. So that's why you see us
Wow.
like laughing. It's literally we were on a conversation and it was before the actual picture was supposed to be taken. That's
Wow.
why I really love it. I
And
really love
where
that
did you get the dress? We want to know.
picture. It was a fashion pass. It's a like rent the runway type of thing, but it's in
Mm,
California, based in California. They also ship to New York or everywhere around the United States. So
beautiful.
it's a renting clothing company.
Mhm. What cities did you go to when you went to Peru?
We first went to Lima. We did 2 days in Lima, 2 full days. We explored the whole Lima actual city. We ate, we went to Miraflores, Plaza de Armas. I think there's a Plaza de Armas called too in Lima.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the Huacachina where like the sand dunes are.
Mm-hmm.
That was another day, and I still consider it Lima because they took us back to Lima.
Mm-hmm. How many hours is it to Wakashima?
It's I want to say like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, we took a bus called Peru Hop.
Peru. Huh?
It Yeah, Peru Hop. That books you the whole trip and with the sand dunes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then after that we went to Cusco. In Cusco we spent 5 full days. That's where we went the whole week.
Now, what's in Miraflores? Why did you go to that neighborhood?
Miraflores, I specifically went because I wanted to visit El Parque del Amor, which is
Mm.
it's like I want to say that it's off a cliff because you see the whole ocean there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically like like little tiles all together, and they have quotes like love quotes of people, and they even have names. I really don't know. We didn't go with a guide. It's just like a regular park, and I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure that there are love quotes that like boyfriend and girlfriends have said, and they made it into like a mural. It's cute. That's
Okay.
why. That's the reason why we went to Miraflores. But it's like really pretty. I saw a bunch of dogs, people living there. The area is very, very pretty. I felt it was very like I felt like I was here in New York. You can say like in the city type
Okay.
of Central Park
Very
vibes.
modern kind of
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
yeah.
And then you said you went to Cusco. How did you get there? How
So
much
we
did it
took
cost?
it took we went like a local airline company. We looked it up on Expedia. It was like $80
Okay.
round trip because we had to come back to Lima to go back to New York. We we got there. It was like an hour ride, I want to say.
Mhm, mhm.
Very fast. It was such a quick trip and it's such an inexpensive trip. That's why I say like normally people land in Lima. If you do want to go for the food experience and like go visit the actual city, it's more city vibes there.
Yeah.
People, I have I have a very close friend that is from Peru, and she said that Lima is like the mecca of food. So if you're a foodie, I'm not a foodie person, but if you are a foodie person, you
Mhm.
should definitely spend at least like a few days there.
Where did you have your best meal in Lima?
Um, I had ceviche. I
Mhm.
forgot the restaurant. Like I said, I'm not good at like we just like walk around and wherever we land, we land and eat. But the ceviche there was really good. And then there's another place in Plaza de Armas que I want to say it's called Chino something.
Mhm.
They have like they make sandwiches. I don't know if you know what torta is,
Yes.
and they make them with like meat, chicken, or even just jamon, and it's really good. But they also make like fried rice, you would say.
Uh-huh.
It's not called fried rice, but it tastes like fried rice, and it's really, really good there.
Mm.
It's a variety of different food. I saw a lot of Chinese food there.
It's
Oh,
To
called
be
wow.
arroz
honest, a
chaufa.
lot of Chinese
Mhm.
food.
Yes.
It's arroz chaufa.
Yes, arroz chaufa. That.
Arroz chafa. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yes,
yeah, it's really good.
so good,
Let me write
so
that
good.
down. Arroz chafa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you have lomo while you were there? What kind of food did you eat while you were there?
we did have
Ceviche.
lomo. We had ceviche. We had lomo. We had that. We went twice to that Chinese spot because we really like the rice. But
Mhm.
like I said, I only was there 2 days, so I didn't really take the whole food experience.
Yes. And then
Oh,
in Cusco, tell us your journey there. What did you do? Where did you
So
go?
Cusco is more for like the adventure. I call it more the adventure type because it's a lot of hiking, a lot of walking.
Mhm.
Um, Food wise, I read in a blog, and I also my guide told us when we landed, they said don't eat a lot, like eat soup, eat light because you gotta get accustomed to the altitude, and if you eat a heavy food, you're gonna get sick.
Yeah.
So we kept it like literally minimum. I literally had like because we had 5 days of intense excursions, I literally had every day chicken soup
Okay.
just to keep it, and the teas and all of that because I have a very sensitive stomach and I have asthma too, so I didn't want to risk any sickness,
Exactly.
especially me doing all of that.
That is
But
great.
I was able to collaborate with a tour guide there,
Mhm.
and I saw like the reason why I feel like you should probably consider taking a tour guide or looking at a tour guide is because they organize everything for you
Mm.
from the day that they pick you up to the day they drop you off to the airport.
Mhm.
Every day it starts early. Every excursion it is super early, so you can get back to Cusco, the town, by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. latest.
Mhm.
It is also pricey. We didn't expect it to be that pricey, but and even with the collaboration that I did with the tour guide, it was still pricey because we did have to pay a lot of park entrances. And
Mm.
these park entrances are something that you just have to like by law you have to do it. Like the tour guides don't make money off of that, which is
Yes.
why I have this here.
What is that?
This is the park entrance like to 16 say I guess they're called sacred places, museums,
Mhm.
sacred parks. This is where Morai is, those like the circle. I don't know, you see it on
Mhm.
Instagram, I
I've
like that
seen it.
circle
Yes.
place, the salt mines, like all of these parks are in here in this little thing. And as you go, they stamp you the places that you've been to. This is 130 soles, which is about $38, almost $40.
Okay.
Which I said it's not. I mean, who was yesterday that she was that we were doing Tulum, that they were saying how you're used to when you go to Latin America or places like that, you think that it's gonna be cheaper.
Mhm.
I mean, this is, for me, this is like something that I will pay here, you can
Yeah.
say. And this is per person.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And where did you get that? Did you get it online and pick it up somewhere, or?
I went to, you can go to the temple called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sakasawamaya. It's one of the temples, but the tour companies give them to you. So the tour
Okay.
company, my tour company, which is Machu Picchu Travels, they provided this for me. Like when
Okay.
we got to that specific, the first park that we were gonna go to, we gave the money and we got this. And then they
Beautiful.
tell you this is your responsibility. Keep it for your other excursions that you're gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
This includes food too. So I guess it's not
Oh,
that bad because it includes your lunch. Your
okay.
lunch. And if you go really early, I went to Rainbow Mountain. I was able to get breakfast and lunch because we had to go like 4 in the morning. Like, yeah, 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to Cusco. What did you do in Cusco? Where else
We
did you
did
go?
Machu Picchu.
Mm-hmm.
Machu Picchu is it's pricey too. The trip, like for the train, you
Mm-hmm.
have to book a train, and this is not, the tour companies can't book it for you. You have to book it yourself. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go, I would suggest going online and booking it even before you get there, because most of it is like sold out. Like if I were to go next month, like, and I was gonna go buy the ticket at Peru, it's gonna be sold out. You have to
Okay.
do it months before.
In advance, yes.
Yeah, especially because now they're being very limited with how many people they let in,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be way different from now to last year. Our guide told us that they were already having talks that they were gonna close even more spaces, so you can't like really travel like within the Machu Picchu area,
Mm-hmm.
and less people because they
Yeah.
want to conserve the place, which is understandable. You don't want, it's too many people that go there, and they want to conserve it.
Yes, absolutely.
um the train ride is 150 to 180 depending if you want like the whole view, those trains that have the whole view on the top, or
Mm-hmm.
the 130, like the cheaper version, where you sit with other like 4 people in one seat. And I mean, you still get a view, because I did both. I did the cheap version going,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did the expensive version coming back, because the expensive version gives you a food and a show.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's good. So
Yeah,
when you went, did you came back the same day?
I came back the same day
Okay.
because I wanted to do more activities. And Machu Picchu, Aguascalientes is beautiful, but I went to see. I wanted just to see Machu Picchu, and then the next day it was going to be another intense trip, so we had to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took a really early, like a wake up time was 4 a.m. and we came back by 8 p.m.
Okay.
It wasn't bad. I felt like we would get well rested. Like we would get rest because we would go straight to bed and sleep, be ready
Yes.
for the next
Yes.
day.
And you left
But
from which city? From which city did you take the train?
I wrote it down. I'll spell it for you because I can't pronounce it. It's Poroy, and it's in Cusco.
Oh,
Poroy, Poroy,
okay.
Poroy.
Okay.
And the company, there's a lot of train companies. That's the good thing about the tour company too. The one that I had, they were able to like give me a whole options of different trains that go to Machu Picchu. And the
Mm-hmm.
cheapest one out of all of them was Peru Rail.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Also, there's an entrance fee in Machu Picchu. So aside from that, there's an entrance fee which is
That is not
$45.
included in the papers that you gave us.
No,
Okay. Okay.
no, the paper that is not, no, doesn't include that.
Do you have to
And
get it in advance?
no, that actually, yes, because I did do it through the tour company. I did have to book it in advance. They booked it for me, and they told me if I didn't want them to book it, then they gave me the website to go and like book it myself.
Okay. And
So
how long
yeah,
was
that
the
wasn't
train ride from Peru?
the train ride. Well, It was 6 a.m. that our train was gonna leave, and I feel like we got there like around 9. It
Okay.
wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. It
Okay.
was a good like yeah, it was a good like good fast ride.
And by 9 a.m., was it really packed already?
Yes, it was. People people I mean, I've heard people like having to make line and everything. The way that I did it, I think it's because I did a tour company, a tour guide, like they were able to let me know which time, when to go, and I already had my space reserved.
Mm.
Um, we went early. There was a lot of people already there, and he got us in like quick. So he had like his license or something, and he got us in quick. We had already paid for the we had already paid for the entrance. We had already paid for the
Mhm.
train, me separately. And there's also something else that I do recommend is taking the bus, because once you get from the train, it's a hike to go all the way up to the entrance of Machu Picchu.
Mm.
And like I said, because I have asthma, I had to like be very careful with like me getting exhausted. So the bus cost $24 per person. And as I was going up the mountain, I would see the people that decided not to pay for the bus really already exhausted and tired.
Yeah.
So, and then can you imagine, like, you still have to hike up to get to the
Yes.
viewpoint and then do
Oof.
the whole tour in
Oh
Machu Picchu. Like,
no, 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 no.
I feel like if you want to enjoy Machu Picchu, take the bus, spend the $24. It will take you up there, and then it will take you back down. So you
Yes.
don't have to hike all of
It
that,
will
and
be a
then enjoy.
little bit more expensive, but at least you're not gonna struggle too much.
Yes, you're not gonna struggle. I mean, if you have the stamina and you're a hiker and whatever, it's up. Yeah, you can do it. But like, I would see the poor people like literally, they were so tired and like it was so hot and the sun hitting them, and then doing the whole hike again for much like to be in Machu Picchu and do the whole tour.
Mhm.
I know that was gonna be even extra work.
So when you went in May, it was really hot, the weather.
It was hot. Yeah, it
Okay.
was not raining season. That's what they told me. That it was kind of. They told me that it was the best time to go, but it was still off season because it was not spring break.
Mm.
And it was not vacation, but it was like no rain.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Very good.
And I think their weathers are different from us. I think our summertime is their winter time
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. So I feel like when I went like when the winter was ending or raining season was ending, and or it was about, I don't
The
know, I
bad
think I was
weather.
about to get, it was about
Yeah.
to get cold. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about to get cold. Because I
Yeah.
remember my friend told me like, oh, be careful, it's gonna be cold. But I went and I was like, no, it was really hot, and I mean it was sunny the whole time.
Uh-huh. Radais is asking, when you take the bus, can you take the bus just one way and then
Oh, it's
walk it
double.
down?
It's a round trip. The
Oh,
$24. So you already have your ticket to go back down.
okay.
The $24.
All right. Any more questions, guys? Make sure if you're on Instagram, go to the question mark at the bottom and submit your questions. If you're in Zoom, also, you could ask directly to her. Just unmute yourself and ask her.
Yeah. Another tip that I heard that this was new when I came in, because I do have other friends that have gone before me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let you go back. Like if you enter Machu Picchu and you did a section of Machu Picchu and you're like, oh, I want to go back to, and I didn't take a picture wherever, like in the viewpoint. Let's go back. They don't let you go back. It's a
Oh,
one-way type of thing. So you have to really appreciate every single viewpoint that you are, because they won't at all. They won't let you go back.
wow. I didn't know that, but now I
Yeah.
know. So we have one question here. What do you recommend to bring that's a must?
To Peru,
Yes,
hiking shoes.
hiking shoes. Mm,
You will need it.
good. And so you went to Machu Picchu, then you came back down to Cusco, and what did you do?
Another thing that I did, like as an adventure wise, like excursion,
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Mountain,
Okay.
which was the toughest one out of all the other excursions we did. It's a fairly new hike or excursion. Even the tour guides told me that it's very new, and it's because of Instagram. People really hyped it. It's so beautiful. The story behind it is that it was a glacier, and because of global warming, the ice melted, but the ice before made it into like 7 colors, so it looks like a rainbow, and that's why it's called Rainbow Mountain.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but this is why I like going with guide tours, because they tell you everything. They tell you the story, and you get informed. It was the toughest one because it was the highest one in altitude, and you could take horses there, which I did, but then you still have to hike it more to get to the top to see the rainbow, like the rainbow colors. And it's steep and it's cold because it's in the mountains, and there was I think it was snow. Like it was like if it was snow weather type of cold.
Wow.
And then up, like all the way up there, there's barely any bathrooms. There is one bathroom station, but it's like porta potties. I want to say it was a bucket. It was actually a bucket. I wouldn't even consider it porta potties. It was an
So you
intense
have to rough it, or
Yes.
They had you in the campo.
Yes, they had you. And then for toilet paper, like I bring my like that travel toilet paper, but they were giving like a little small piece, and I'm like, oh my god.
So
You're
be
lucky they
prepared.
give.
Another must. Make sure if you do Rainbow Mountain that you bring like
Your
tissues and
essence,
toilet paper because you will need it.
yeah. Yeah,
Now,
or they take you to breakfast and there's a bathroom there, so, and it's
okay.
still kind of campo though. It's like, because you're still like in the outskirts, so, but it's a better bathroom than where I went to.
And what is a typical breakfast in Lima, in Peru in general?
Well, that day, because I did have breakfast, like I said, I was having my breakfast during the excursion, so I didn't have time to go to an actual restaurant for in Cusco for a breakfast meal. But that day they made pancakes, but it was like a weird pancake. It wasn't like an actual pancake. It was like I guess like a, how do you say it, like a dairy free or gluten free type of pancake. Butter, bread. They give a lot of bread, and I forgot, like I said, like they gave liquids, so they gave a lot of tea, soup. It was mostly like soups and all of that. It wasn't, I didn't really feel like it was ever a breakfast, you can say.
Okay.
But I think it was because of that, because they know that as tourists, like we're not used to the altitude, so they can give us high heavy food.
Yes. Did you have?
Oh my God! So you didn't have no chicharrón?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I've always heard people about chewing it.
Yeah, they do.
Feel better.
My husband really wanted to do it, to eat it, so we were going to try to do it the last day there, but the last day we were so tired. We were just so tired, and we literally like slept in, and we had to head back to the airport.
But a person who's asthmatic is okay to go. Just take precautions.
I just take precautions, and I have my little asthma pump, so I brought that with me. Bring that with you. Bring 2 if you need to, but with that helped me.
Okay.
They have oxygen. You know, that like
mask.
Like an oxygen mask. So your tour company still has that in case people are lightheaded or just don't feel good. They'll take care of you. They also gave us like mint, like leaves that we would smell, and it smelled like peppermint, and that would clear our nostrils, and it would help with the headache.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the headaches, there's also these pills.
How did you get around?
Pills.
Oh, someone is asking a question.
No, yeah, there's these pills. I actually found them because I've been cleaning my room, and when I've gone to Cusco, I always use these. They help if you start taking them like a day or 2.
Can you put them again on the thing? Can you put them on the camera?
Oh, yeah. Sorochi pills, because they call it Sorochi.
Sorochi pills. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down.
You could just buy them in Lima or buy them in Cusco.
Can I see that? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see
I
that.
literally just found them yesterday.
Okay. Did they recommend that you take the coca tea before you went up?
Yes,
Because
the first,
I heard if you take the coca tea, it helps you, like if you're asthmatic or have any
yes,
like respiratory problems. I heard
Yes.
it helps you with
definitely.
climbing,
Yeah, I
taking
was
the hike up.
yeah,
Yes.
I was taking the coca tea from day one, like literally my first day, which was a relaxing day.
Mhm.
From there every day.
Beautiful.
And
How
they
did
have it in every excursion, even in the mountains. The ladies actually go with like bag of chips, like literally Lay's and water, and they have coca tea too there.
oh,
So I would always buy the
mhm.
tea.
Okay. And how did you get around Cusco? Did you visit markets? Is a walkable distance? Did you have to take?
In the Cusco town, like the actual center, there's markets. Everything was like to the center was for me, like where I was staying, which I stayed in an Airbnb.
Mhm.
It was like a 10 to 15-minute walk, because and it felt longer because the altitude is high. So as you walk, you get tired and you walk slower. But if we were here, it's like a 10-minute walk to the center.
Mhm.
But everything was pretty close. Even the, like I said, I in the Barrio San Blas, which is where like the like pretty, where the bars and the cafes and all the Instagrammable places that you see on Instagram.
Mhm.
The even that from the center, it's like a 10 to 15-minute walk,
Mhm. What's the
and we
barrio
would
name
always
again?
walk. The where?
The name of the barrio? Barrio
Barrio San Blas. So
San Blas.
San, Sanblas.
Mhm. Okay.
Was it safe to just walk around? Like,
Yeah.
did you walk around at all times with the tour guide, or you walked around on your own?
No, the tour guide would only be when we would do the excursions. Once we were in Cusco and we wanted to like go out to have a cup of coffee or just eat something at night, we would walk, and we would walk at night. But one time, our last like second to last day, we decided to go to a rooftop bar,
Mhm.
and we just found it by just walking, and it was beautiful. We stayed there after sunset, and we walked really late, and it was fine. It
Mhm.
was I felt safe the
Did
whole
you,
time.
What's
did
the
you get
name
to
of the
try a
rooftop
pisco
bar?
sour over there?
Excuse me.
Oh, I think we. Did you get to try pisco sour while you was there?
Yeah, I did.
A
It was
Is,
sour.
good.
was it better than
I
what
like
they
it.
make here? I'm not sure where you're
Oh
from, but
yes, I'm from Mexico, and
I
I have tried it here in New York.
no, but do
It's way
you
better.
live in New York or I don't know where you're from.
Mexico, but I do live in New York.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you been to Pio Pio
Yes, way
in
better.
Queens? So I feel
You
like Pio Pio
recommend Pio
makes like
Pio?
the
Is it
best.
authentic or is it American?
It's no, I don't recommend. I recommend Pio Pio if you want to go and have drinks. I don't recommend Pio Pio for the
To have
food.
drinks. Okay.
I feel like it's very mediocre, but there is a restaurant across the street from Pio Pio that you can go eat at. It's called Lima, and it's very good. It's in Queens.
Is okay.
um,
Is
I'm trying
in
to
yeah,
think
it's
which
Jackson
part,
Heights?
because I have been. Is
no
it the
in
one in Northern Boulevard?
Northern Boulevard. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's across the street. Lima's food is amazing. Like it literally
Oh,
tastes like somebody from Peru cooked it.
okay.
But
I
for
need to go
drinks, I
try
would
that.
definitely recommend Pio Pio. And their sangria, oh my God, it's
When I
Oh
go
yeah.
back
fabulous.
to New York, maybe we could get together and go to
But
Lima.
yeah, but be
Sounds like a
careful. Be
plan.
careful with the sangria. The sangria gets you really.
It sneaks
Don't
up
drink
on
and
you.
drive. That's the time when you book a taxi.
Yeah,
The
We'll call it
and
rooftop
thank
Uber.
God,
scene.
I literally live like 5 blocks away from
No
Pio Pio, so thank
way.
God I just can walk.
Very good. What is the name of the rooftop bar that you went in Cusco?
Uh, sure, I have it on my Instagram. I don't know if I
Someone posted, how long would you say the hike is? I assume that question was for the Rainbow Mountain.
for the Rainbow Mountain, the
Uh-huh.
hike.
Uh-huh.
I would say it depends on your actually it depends on you. For me, for us it took us 2 hours, but
Okay.
for other people it took more. Like we came back to the car and we waited a little bit for people, but they let you take as much as you want. It's not, you don't feel rushed that day because they know that it's the toughest one
Mm.
out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Another hike I went to was Laguna Utamay, which is the one where it's like a blue lagoon, like clear blue water, and then it has like
Yes.
the mountain white with snow. That one was also second hardest. That one we hiked from like when we got with the car, like we parked and then we started hiking all the way up. That one they do offer horses, but I for some reason thought like, oh, I don't need to, because if I did like if it's supposed to be less than Rainbow Mountain, I don't need it. But it was so hard. But I still didn't do the horse, but I was able to manage with my asthma pump and just taking breaks. And even for that one, they also let you, it took me like an hour and a half to climb all the way up. And then it took us another hour and a half to climb all the way down.
Wow. And someone asked, I also have a sensitive stomach. Did you only drink bottled water, or was drinking boiled water tea okay?
I always would drink water. We always have water, but having water and tea was always good. The coca tea is a lifesaver. I feel like it helped us a lot.
Okay, cool.
I did in one of our last tours, and this was towards the end. They said, I don't know if this is true, but the tour guy said that coca tea has, like, it doesn't have cocaine, but if you were to come back and have like a random drug test, I think it could be considered like you took it, but even though you didn't take it, it was just something that that one of the tour guys was saying, and it got us scared because my husband works in the airport, and he was like, oh my god, like I didn't know this, and I don't want them to do a random check on me. But yeah, that's just something that, in case you're in a field that they do random tests, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah.
So you went to the Laguna Utamay, Rainbow Mountain, Machu Picchu. Did you go to the Salt Maras?
That's the salt mains. That's included in this ticket thing. Yeah, they were beautiful. We even bought salt from there, and we still have it here in the house. Like official salt from over there. It's a quick trip, that one. I think I did a part of like 3 or 4 parks in one day, because they were like, you spend like an hour, and then you go back and you go to another park they're all in the same area. I think it's called the Sacred Valley. All of that area. It was beautiful. Like, it was beautiful to see all of these salt mines. People are still working and like maintaining them, and which is why when people sometimes, I saw that people sometimes don't listen to the rules. Like, the guys tell you, don't go further into the mines, because everybody wants that Instagram picture. There is ways to get your picture there, and it's outside. Like, you have like a little one walkway where people walk back and forth, where you can view the whole salt mine. And it's just being patient and like taking a moment where there's no people, and then taking your picture there, but not getting like on the salt mines, because I even when I was there, I would see girls trying to get like inside the salt mines to try to take their picture. So
did they fall or something? That
no,
funny.
they would get in trouble. Like, the people would kick them out if that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, for that Instagram picture.
I know. I mean, yeah.
So how many days in total would you recommend in the whole Cusco area? I mean, I know you spent 5 days, but is that like good enough, or do you think you need to spend more or less?
It was good enough. It was 5 Cusco. Okay, it was actually 5 Cusco days for activities, and then it was 2 days. Well, 1 day before, so six days. 1 day before when we arrived, we just used it to stay. Like, we arrived at our Airbnb. We went out to the Cusco town. We just like explored the market. We went to go see how Plaza de Armas was. We just like took it light. So if you have that day to settle in and let your body get used to it, it's always perfect. And then 5 days for like the whole intense activities. If you have that many days off, take another extra day at the end to get your rest. Yeah. Because you will get tired. Like I said, this Cusco was such a tiring, all explore adventure trip. It's not a vacation. It's definitely not a vacation.
It's my kind of trips. That's what
Yeah, yeah. I love trips
Team
like
no
that.
sleep.
Yeah.
Did you visit any beach or rivers, waterfalls?
The only thing that I got close to, you can say, beach is the sand dune. And the sand dunes, the Huacachina, they have that like little island, like it's like an island. It looks like an island, but it has water in the middle, and it has like palm trees and all of that. And all around it is hostels or bars and restaurants.
Mm-hmm. But
But
you just
like,
went for the day. You didn't stay
yeah,
there.
we just went for the day. We did the cars, and we did the boards where you can just like literally from all the way on top of the sand like go down.
How was it?
It was scary, but it was so much fun. I mean, it's for like adrenaline junkies, I guess.
Yes, yes, yes.
It was so much fun. Even the cars were fun because the guys would drive it, and they would drive it like intensely. Like you felt like you were in like Fast Furious, like doing drifts and all of these things. But it was really fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
um, someone is asking if you went to the Red River. Have you been to the Red
No,
River there?
I didn't.
Okay. Good.
Where is that?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
Someone just mentioned
what
it.
part? What part?
In Cusco.
If you went back to
Cusco.
Peru,
Yeah.
where would you go?
Where would I go? I would finish the parks because there's 16 parks and I didn't finish all of them in
Mhm.
Cusco. And what is, I feel like I had a bucket list and I went to the main bucket list that I went to, but Cusco is enormous and it has so many beautiful places there. Like the drives there were beautiful,
Mhm.
but I would definitely go back to just explore more.
Yes.
I would just have to do my research and go, like she just said, the Red River, I would go there. But I
Yeah.
know that it would be another trip of full on activity, hiking, workout.
Yes,
type
I want to
of-
go to Lake Titicaca and to
Oh, yes.
to go like more towards the south.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, ayahuasca in Peru. Any mention of ayahuasca in Peru? I heard it was a big reason for people to go there.
Oh, I didn't. Is that more like south?
No, that's like herbs, I want to say, that you take and
Oh, it's an
you kind of-
experience.
yes, it's
You
an
know, me and
experience.
my friend were talking about that. I would like to go. I heard that it's an intense thing, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would be really. I feel like after what we're going through right now, I would definitely need
Right.
to go and do that.
Kind of like to reset.
Yes, to reset, definitely. You know what, my
Everybody who wants to join.
we should all go take a trip and do that. I heard it was really intense, but yeah, I'm really interested in that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Anything else that you guys want to ask? We are going to open it up for questions. If you're on Instagram, go to the question mark and submit your questions there. If you're in Zoom, just unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Do you see any llamas?
I did.
Did they spit on you? Did they bite?
No. So I think because they feed them constantly and they're like always like with their owners, they're good with you. In Machu Picchu, there's a lot of them there, and I mean, I went up close with one. I was always careful because I heard that they spit on you, and I didn't want that to happen. But I got really close to them, and nothing. They were like laid back.
Mhm.
They were
Aw.
cute. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's talking about the
Even-
llamas, by the way. for
Yeah, the
people that
llamas.
didn't hear.
And then in Rainbow Mountain, there's alpacas. There's two different types of it's llamas and alpacas. Llamas
Mhm.
are the ones with the long neck. If you when after the live, if you want to go down to my feed, in Machu Picchu precisely, I took a picture with a llama, and then the picture that you posted with me carrying the little baby, that was an alpaca. So the alpacas are the fluffier and like I think they have a shorter neck. But yeah, if you're able to see them both, they look different.
Okay, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? We got time. I'm here drinking my
Were the
wine.
Were the locals welcoming? Like, were they helpful? Like, if you needed to get
Yeah.
anywhere?
The question
Yeah,
is
they
if the locals were welcoming.
Yeah, they were so welcoming. They're so nice. I got amazing treatment by everybody there.
Mhm. Someone is asking a question.
I couldn't hear.
Okay, so what do you think will be a good budget for someone to be able to experience kind of sort of what you did at an affordable price, not luxury, but not budget either, just
Yeah.
comfortable?
I would say, I mean, I was definitely in that budget. I did not do luxury, and I wasn't in a hostels either.
Mhm.
I would say maybe like 1,500.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's include because my Airbnb was pretty budget friendly. I want to say that it was like 100 and 150 for the 5 days that we were there.
Oh,
That
that's
was
really
really good.
good.
Yeah, I got it in. There's a really famous market there where it's fruits, and where you can buy the ponchos and the artesania. That's what you call it, the artesania stuff. Literally right in front of them, that place. I mean, you guys can DM me, and I'll send you the link of the Airbnb
Mhm.
for whoever who wants to go. It was so cheap, and it was kind of like a community. It was a bunch of apartments, and
Mhm.
they had breakfast, but like I said, it was very like little. It was a different type of breakfast, like bare minimum, like a little bit of bread with butter, and then the coca tea. And they had Wi-Fi, and I had the complex of a 1 bedroom living room and the bathroom. So I had like a little
Wow.
apartment there with the kitchen too. So if I brought food home, I had like a place to heat it up.
Was there any place that you went for clubbing? I know you had to wake up really early, but was
Yeah.
there any bar or club that you recommend?
I didn't because like I do like it was that type of trip, but I do have a friend that recommended Mama Africa.
Mm.
Before I left, she told me this, and I was going to, but my old ass didn't have the energy to do it. But I did see I did see Instagram, and I did see it's like a club. It's a club bar.
Mhm.
And she said that it was really good, so I'm recommending that now.
Did you have any self-care experiences while there?
No, I wish I had. Like, I really wanted to go, but in San Blas, like that Barrio San Blas, when we were walking, I saw a lot of spas there.
Mm. So let's keep
So
that in mind.
definitely look into there.
The restaurants are there, the bars are there, and
Yeah,
I know the
there is
spa.
I like in that place, it's really cute. There's a cafe there, which I specifically went to. It's like a jewelry store, but upstairs they have a cafe shop. I don't know if you guys seen it on Instagram. Is that window where you can see a street of Cusco? It's called, I think it's French, so let me spell it for you. It's Latelier Cafe.
L'Atelier.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've been to that
Right.
place. It's really cute.
Yes,
Yeah.
We're about to make
I
our
was.
Instagram blow up with
I
all these
know.
pictures.
I thought it was gonna be packed because I did see a lot of it on Instagram, but I went and it was completely empty. I had the whole cafe to myself.
That's good. At what time did you go?
I went around 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
maybe people
we were
were
trying to take sunset hour.
in the middle of like in their excursions and things.
Yeah, and coming back. I think that day was the day we did Rainbow Mountain
Mm.
because we had start really early, so we came back to Cusco at 2 p.m. Yeah, we were back in Cusco too, so we took an hour nap and then we went out.
All right. Very cool.
Hmm.
Yes, she's talking about Cusco. Do you have any questions, guys, in Instagram?
Oh,
Make
she's
sure you go
saying.
to the bottom and ask a question. And again, if you're in Zoom, just unmute yourself, ask any questions. We got time.
Did you try chilcanos while you were in
No.
Peru?
What is
No.
that?
What is that?
It's also made with pisco, but with ginger ale and lime.
Oh, that sounds
Oh,
delicious, but no.
pisco, ginger, and lime. What is it called
Yeah,
again?
chilcano.
Chilcano.
Yeah.
No, I like to take notes
Did you-
of everything.
Oh. Were you,
By the way,
were
I
you
am
able
not
to
joking.
bring
This is
bottles
my
of Pisco back?
notes. That's why I keep looking down, taking notes.
No, I did hear that. I saw them selling it, but because my husband works in the airline and we fly standby. We did fly standby to go to Peru.
Mhm.
I am only allowed to carry on, and I can't take that much liquids and stuff like that with me unless it's like 10 minutes.
So a carry-on was enough for a whole 7
What is this, Mike?
Wow.
Milk,
Excuse me?
Why is it brown?
because some of it is chocolate milk,
Oh,
but the chocolate milk
I'm like,
finish, so
that doesn't look
Oh,
like
thanks
milk.
so much.
Why is it brown?
I couldn't hear the question.
Neither.
I think it was a sad conversation she was having with somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, so I'm gonna close down on Instagram, and if you're on Zoom, you can stay with us. I'm gonna stop the recording, but you can stay with us. Just tomorrow, you can join us. We're gonna cover Tunisia. Tunisia is a country in the north of Africa, and Ojos Extranjeros, Alisa, is gonna be introducing us to that country tomorrow at 5 PST, 8 p.m. EST. So I hope you're welcome. You join us tomorrow. It's the hidden secrets of Tunisia. Okay.
I know her.
Bye bye Instagram.
Bye, guys.
And